Hey guys, it's Fair Play of TeamDTF here, and I'm bringing you a brand new update on the stuff that happened at regionals. So I did 2 videos, and 2 of them were talking about what I've been doing there, and yeah. So as you may know, I went 2-2, and I dropped after my second loss, but I should have went all the way, but I was too tired. I didn't want to play anymore. But yeah. But other people like Isaac, who was doing bad at first, did really well, I would say. But the reason why he may not have got top 48 was because of his losses in the beginning. So yeah, and and for Robert as well, both of them did really well, and they unfortunately didn't make the top 48 cut, and they had a really decent record. So yeah, felt bad for those guys for wasting their time there, but I'm kind of glad I saved my time, because I don't know what could have been. But I wanted to say that, and congrats to a lot of people out there who did really well. I heard Frank Chavez, or whatever his name is, he's from Santa Paula. He did really well, and that's about it. That's all I pretty much recall. But yeah, shout out to D-Fish fan. I met him there at regionals for the first time. Yeah, he ended up playing Z-Truck actually, and it was pretty funny, because I guess he told me that Z-Truck and him had a duel previous to that, and Fish actually ended up winning, but Z-Truck actually won in the tournament, so it was pretty funny. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys my deck list for the regionals. I wanted to post up my deck list before regionals, but like, it's always bad to show what you got before going into a regional, so that's why I will show you guys right now. This is a very different type of deck, which you guys may think it's like weird, but it works surprisingly. I played Gravekeepers, Lightsworn, a Christia deck, a quicker version of Herald actually, and a Machina deck. So I was playing Gravekeepers, but I ended up not drawing any of my side cards which I had for it, and you guys will see that these cards will be actually really good against Gravekeepers once I show you guys what they are. But yeah, first of all, we'll start with the deck. So I got 1 Dark Arm Dragon. He's really good. He was really essential actually, like when it came to popping down anything, like killing it, getting over stuff. I run 1 Bayou. I think 2 is a little too much nowadays, especially since Gravekeeper's out. It's like kind of a stupid card to have anyway. But 3 Shura, really good card. I run 2 Sirocos, and I run Triple Blizzard. I don't know how many times this card is so good. Like, I don't know why people are going down to 2 or dropping their Bora to 2, but those cards are your beat cards. Like, if you have 3 Blizzards, you need 3 Bora. Like, you have more options. Like, you have 9 targets basically. Well, you have a lot of targets, but 9 in general that you can synchro with, like the Kalute, your Shura, and your Bora. That's 9. I run Spirit Reaper. This card is so good. Like, I caused a person to use Effect Veiler on my Spirit Reaper because he was so like just a great lure out card. Like, I cannot convey how much this card is good. Like, this card will be a card of the muture. I'm pretty sure you'll see this more often. I also run 3 Bora. Some people say 2. 3 is perfect for the amount of quick draws out there, and debris plants, whatever. And at the regionals, Adam Korn took the tournament with Plant Synchro. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember. I run Effect Veiler. At first I ran DD Crow, but I realized there's so much use to Effect Veiler in this format. Like, okay, so you're playing Gravekeepers, you're gonna go up against Descendant, so, or the Spy. They flip Spy, you discard Effect Veiler, they don't get the effect. They activate Descendant's effect, tribute their Gravekeeper, then you ditch the Effect Veiler, and then they basically tribute the cost, and you get a freebie right there. So it's like, you just like stop their play. But like I said, Effect Veiler is really good, I think, at the moment. But I'm not saying DD Crow isn't, because I also side DD Crow in. So yeah, I run 3 Kalutes, you need it. It's Basic Essential, and 1 Gale. That's my monster lineup, and I'll show you guys my spell lineup right now. 1 Nobleman. This card, I switched this in for Icarus. Icarus is becoming an obsolete card nowadays. Well, not obsolete, but because Gravekeepers, Debris, a lot of monsters out there that people set and you want to get rid of, you need this card. I was thinking Icarus, like, there's so many people running Royal Decree, it's ridiculous, so you're gonna have to have more spells on your side, and that's what I did. I'm just gonna show you guys what new stuff I put, well, like the new stuff you wouldn't see. Giant Trunade. This card helped me a lot against Gravekeepers. I Giant Trunade, bring back, popped up all his back row and his Necro Valley, Monster Reborn for one of my monsters, and attack per game. But yeah. And Upstart Goblin. This card is really amazing. Like, I don't know how to convey it, but really, the card is becoming a very good, popular card nowadays, because it's basically a free draw, but the opponent gains 1,000. But through that draw, you could roll into something like Duality or something, and you get another chance to see 3 turns ahead. So it's a good card to thin out your deck and to have more draw power. So yeah. Now back to the basics. It would be 2 Power Duality, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Allure, Black Whirlwind, Triple Book of Moon. This card, although people say it's amazing, I never went against any Debris, so I found this pretty much useless. I played people who I did not really need this card. Like, I played Machines, I had to side these out because there's no real point in having them in there. There's no point in having them against Gravekeepers, because there's no real, like, they always are in attack position and they face them up, and they always pop your back row anyway, so flipping them will be like useless because they're gonna still be there the next turn. But yeah, not to discredit the card, but it's alright. 2 MST, I like 2. It's a good card. Get rid of back row so you can clear the field so you can attack directly, or even attack monsters with your Shura. So yeah, that's my spells, and I run 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 traps. So yeah, here we go. Mirror Force, Royal Oppression. Oppression helped me so much against that Christia deck, to keep his Christia off. He would Valhalla, bring out his Christia, bring out a lot of Fairy Beaters, and then trying to kill me for game, but oppression saved the day, and I'm not surprised. And 2 Icarus attack. 2 is just fine as 3. Sometimes 3 could be a dead draw, but I ran 3 before and I liked it, and I like 2 now, so it's like 2 Solemn Warnings. It's just a good card, you need it. And Solemn Judgment. Now, this card, I was thinking the night before, I had 7 tools and Dust Shoot, and then I switched out the Dust Shoot for Magic Drink. I was thinking so much about like, oh, what do people use? So then I came up with another idea, and I was like, why not use these? Dark Bribe. This card, I don't know how to say it, it's like really amazing. Like, so this thing stops basically spells and traps. So I was like, something Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, I play this, they lose that opportunity to get that to stop me, and I get to push on forward for game or do those extra pushes. Like, there's actually a point when I did this. I had Solemn Judgment on the field and Bribe. So he goes he activates a spell card. I think it was Monster Reborn. I bribed it, and then he draws a card, and it's trade-in, and he has a Christia in his hand. So then he goes trade-in, and then I go Solemn Judgment. He had nothing on the field, no cards, and I attacked for game that turn. Well, the turn after, so he was basically dead. So yeah, that's how that turned out. And I gotta say, the card's just amazing. It's a really good card. I think people should really try teching that card because it stops Necro Valley. I actually stopped Necro Valley with Dark Bribe, and it's amazing how this card could stop it. Like, I don't think he wants to use Solemn Judgment to stop my Dark Bribe, but yeah. Now for my side deck. I ran another Effect Veiler. You have to, it's pretty good. Okay, now time for the 3 cards that I put in for Gravekeepers. I have this card right here, Gemini Imps. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's really amazing. So yeah, I'll read you guys' effect. When a card effect controlled by your opponent is activated, which would cause you to discard from your hand by sending this card from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation and effect of the card and destroy it, then draw 1 card. So you basically negate their royal tribute and you draw a card. So he doesn't get to see your hand and you get an extra card. So this card is really amazing. I'm thinking about getting more of these. I just suggest people start getting those. Those are really cheap. Silvas, this card's amazing. I'm thinking about putting golds in because they usually set and then they will attribute you, but Silva's just as good, I guess, because if he dumps him, he still gets special summon, so you got a 23 beater. Gold is actually better because you could destroy up to 2, so if he's running a Starlight, it doesn't really matter because you're only going to be destroying 1 most of the time. So I'm just going to go, he's going to dump my hand, then I'm going to go special summon gold, pop your 1 card on your opponent's side of the field, and basically have my 23 beater on the field minus your card on the field. So that's why I think that card, those 3 cards are amazing. I'm thinking about, if anything, I would probably run 3 Gemini Imps because I don't even want to show my hand. Like, that's the only bad thing about Dark World monsters. Like, you're gonna end up dumping them, but you get a bonus. But Gemini Imp, you want to get rid of it, so you guys are fine. So yeah, another Nobleman Crossout, really good card. I sided in 2 when I played against Gravekeepers. Hit their spy and got rid of all of his spies, which was amazing. DD Crow,